Guys, when we talked about like pulling over to a parking lot and spending 5 minutes to yourself, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know how I could do that. Okay? Because until the mind gets right, like the mind is going to move the body. Okay? You don't just decide, body, let's work out, and it works out. Like your mind has to tell your body. Agreed? Like my body's never just gotten up and worked. It's like it's a fight every freaking day. This is what I do. And it's still a struggle. I talk about working out for like 30 minutes before I even put on the first leg, a pair of shorts or sock or whatever. And this is what I do. But it's like, I also know I'm going to try and kick my ass, and that's kind of part of the psychological part too. It's like when you finish it, then you have that accomplishment. But so the whole part about like the prevention is like you need to do something for yourself every single day. So the prevention might be as simple as like you pull over in that parking lot and you just take 5 minutes of a decompression time at the end of every single day. That could be a start. So the ways I look for prevention is normally 4 different things. I'm a chiropractor's son. I was adjusted within 20-something minutes of being born. I've never had a vaccine. Seriously, like that's a true story. Like yeah, it's when they pull a baby out, they turn your head, they pull you, and babies always get ear infections on one side where they were tilted. So you just rub and it puts it back into place. So I literally was adjusted like 20-something minutes old. I've never had a vaccine. I've never had an immunization. I've never had any of that stuff. Like I am the healthiest person in the world. Give me all this stuff about herd mentality, and you guys are protecting me, and I'll totally buy into that too, and that's fine. My whole point is this, is I've grown up with natural health. Like this has been a part of my life, but I also completely understand that some people have never been adjusted before, and it freaks the shit out of them. My wife, we met at 25. Never been adjusted before. She got her first adjustment, and like her face turned like purple and redder than it did like a minute ago when she was talking.
It was like all the blood. It was crazy. It was crazy feeling.
But if you're not used to it, like I totally get it. So there's got to be another person involved with that. So I get how some people talk themselves out of that. The next one I'd say for like prevention would be massage. Like massage is something, again, it distracts your brain, it makes your body feel good, it's going to loosen everything up. But I get it, money and time, and another person has to be involved in that one too. The third one I'd say is yoga. Now 6 months ago, I would never say I'd feel comfortable going into like a yoga studio and doing my, different stuff, whatever. But I feel a lot more comfortable now because I've gone with her and I've gone, to a couple different sessions and stuff like that. I feel a lot more comfortable with it. But there's still time, there's still money, and there's still another person involved. The fourth component though is just stretching. Like stretching is such a simple thing to do on a daily basis that so many of us take for granted. Like you sit there at the door, you're like, come on, our dog's name is Tug. Come on, Tug, come on, Tug, come on. And he stretches. He is in no damn hurry. Like, you guys can't take 5 minutes for yourself. So your dogs are smart enough to figure that out. Your animals are smart enough to figure that out. The whole idea is like stretching it's an independent thing. You get to do it at your own time. To me, I build that into my nightly routine. So when you look at that, like that sleep part, it says develop a nightly routine. My nightly routine breaks down very, very simple. 8:45, I try and have my workouts sent to the trainers. 9 o'clock, we separate. I sit down and I do a complete brain dump. Anything that I need to do for the next day, week, month, whatever goes onto a sheet of paper. Over there, I should have brought it up for everybody to see today. From there, I prioritize my top 5 things that I need to do the next day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I am not going number 5, number 3, number 4, number 2, number 1. Like number 1 is always going to be first. Then all my clothes for work are set up the next day. I have a sweater, so there's normally 2 clothes, or at least 2 pairs of clothes, sometimes 3 and 4. So all that stuff's laid out. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm not concerned about getting dressed, or what I have to do, or what I'm going to wear, or what my lunch is going to be, because all that stuff was taken care of the night before. I wake up and I start on the most impactful thing that I need to do for the day, okay? The other thing that happens is, right before I go to sleep every single night, to make sure that this is turned off, besides the brain dump, I stretch. So I roll on a foam roller, I stretch, I use these little lacrosse balls, things that I roll on too, but I stretch. I beat the shit out of myself, basically, to try and get my body loose and limber, but it takes my brain away and out of the situation, out of it, and it helps a ton, guys. And so the whole idea is like, you need to get yourself more mobile, because your mobility is what's affecting your health for the rest of your life. Mobility is like the key factor of all of it. So when I say right now, actually what I want you to do is just shut your eyes right where you are. Think about where your weight is. Is it on your left hip or right hip? Are you crossed over to your left? Are you crossed over to your right? Where is your lungs? Can you take a full breath in? Now, go ahead and sit up in perfect posture if you feel will be a good posture. Cool. So the whole idea, guys, is like your body's going to do the same thing over and over and over again. It falls into habits. So whatever side that you felt that you were leaning on, if it was on your right cheek, you probably put your purse on your right-hand side. You probably lean on the right-hand side of the car in the center console. You probably sit also on that, what would be if you're looking at the couch, the left-hand side, but you lean on your right arm again. If you're a left side person, you probably do everything to the left side. And so we keep these habits going over and over and over again. And what I explain in the other groups, it's kind of a cool, funny thing, but We always see that lady in the grocery store, 70 years old, walking through and happy as can be, and whatever. And then we see that person like, oh, I don't want to be like that, and they're like this, and dragging a leg behind, and whatever. That leg didn't just start dragging behind yesterday, okay? When they were 30 and 40 years old, chances are they were taking uneven steps, and they didn't even realize it, and they were sitting over at their desk all day long, and they're hunched over, and so that form got more and more and more accentuated as they got older, okay? So like stretching and some of these different things are going to help you for that stuff later on in life. So the prevention side of it, this is what I want you guys to do right now. Go ahead and put your right ankle on top of your left knee. Let's do it.